Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Barry and this is Centralise. So today we've got 4 testers that I recently picked up. So about a month or so ago, I was in one of the local perfume shops and I was talking to one of the assistants, talking to her for a good 30 minutes about different perfumes, and told her there was a few fragrances that I'd struggled to get hold of that you don't seem to find in those sort of perfume shops. And she told me about someone who works on a local market and who also goes into companies and sells mostly testers, but he does have some originals as well. So that really sparked my interest. So I had to wait a couple of weeks with my shifts and stuff and then being ill. So I did manage to get down and see him, and I was blown away by some of the stuff he'd got. So much so that I bought 4 fragrances off him. All 4 of them testers, and I'm going to show you them now so you can have a look and see what you think. The first one is Bulgari Man Oud Neroli. As you see, it comes in a box like this. So quite a basic box. Obviously it says do not sell, illegal sale and stuff, but testers are readily available in lots of different places. So Oud Neroli is one that I've been after for a long time, and the prices on these tend to vary. For the 100ml, you're talking £60–70, and I managed to pick this up for £30. So I was absolutely ecstatic. And then when you look at the bottle, that is just fantastic. So as you can see, nothing wrong with that. Proper 100ml, and glorious smelling as well. So before I talk about these fragrances, Bulgari Man Oud Neroli, it's been one that I've been after for a long time. Like I say, the prices tend to fluctuate. Apart from the Extreme, I think this is the one that everybody goes for. The Extreme you tend to be able to pick up in a lot of places. You can pick this up, but you don't tend to find it very often on discount websites, which is where I tend to get most of my stuff from. So when I saw that he got this, and then when I saw the price, I just had to snap it up. So it's got like a Neroli in the opening, which you would expect. Very citrusy to start with. It's got some musk in there, lots of woods, bit of ambergris in there, but you get a real citrus blast and white floral. That's like the main stuff that you get from it. And then you get like a woody undertone to it. It's quite earthy in the mid to the base, and I really have been enjoying it, and it's a perfect time of the year to be wearing it just as it's beginning to heat up. It probably doesn't do it as much justice wearing it in spring. When the summer comes, I think this is going to be used quite a lot. So on to the next fragrance, and this is one that I am trying to collect a lot of the Eternity flankers. I love Calvin Klein Eternity. It was something that I used to buy back in the 90s. I've always had a bottle. It's not as good as what it used to be, but I still love it, and I still love the DNA. So I've been collecting some of the other bottles, and the one which still stays quite high and never really comes down in price, you can't really get it at discounters, is the EDP. So I managed to pick up the EDP in a tester demonstration box, and this cost £25 for a 100ml. Now I've seen 50mls, I've seen box sets, gift sets, normally about £30. but I think the normal price you're probably talking £45. So to get this for 25, I was really happy with. Now I haven't sprayed it because it's part of another video that I'm going to do, but I have smelled it in the past, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's a beautiful dark green juice. I really love the Eternity line. Now I have sprayed this in store before, but it was quite a while ago, and from memory I think it was they'd taken the citrus out of the original and they'd put some apple in there, and then it was a bit more woody and like deeper notes that were in there, which you would expect from an EDP. But if you want to hear some more about this, then it's going to be in a future video along with a few other flankers in the Eternity line. So there's a few downsides to getting testers. Obviously the first one is the presentation. Instead of having full presentation in the box, you just get in like normally a white plain box, so there's not a lot of presentation there. A couple of the other downsides can be that sometimes they've been sprayed a few times. To me, I'm not that bothered. As long as there's not a massive dent in it, a couple of sprays out of it, it's no issue to me. But the other one, which I'm not that keen on, is sometimes they are missing caps. Well, the two that I've just shown you, they've got caps built in. So you can't be having missing caps on bottles like that. So that's always a good sort to pick up. But the next one I'm going to show you is one that I've been looking for absolutely ages. It's part of the Versace line, and I've got a lot of the Versace fragrances. I've even got the discontinued Versace Man. And this one tends to hold its price. It's normally about 70 to 80 pound, and then in a lot of shops you don't see it, and it is Versace pour Homme Oud Noir, and this one cost me £40, and it's a 100ml, and the only downside to it is that it's missing the cap. But as you can see, the rest of it looks great. Absolutely love the style. It's very much like the Dylan Blue style. I've got a bottle of Dylan Blue there, so you can see the styles, and obviously it's just missing, I think it's a black cap that normally comes with this. But I'm going to have a look on a few Facebook groups, see if I can source me a cap. If not, it's not the end of the world. I do really like it. I've tried it and I absolutely love it. People had said beforehand it's got like an oud wood sort of feel, and I would agree with that to a certain extent. It's got that definitely the oud feel. It's got saffron, it's got spices, there's patchouli, there's a bitter orange in there. But I would say, if anything, it's like a cross between Tom Ford's Oud Wood and maybe Versace Man, which is one that I already own. But I am very impressed with this, and it's a really good performer as well. So really happy to have got that. And I've saved myself a good penny or two in doing so. So on to the last one. And this one, I hadn't really been looking for it, but it was one that was on my radar. I've got Platinum Egoist, which I really enjoy, and one of the other old school ones that I wanted is the Pour Monsieur, and this is the EDT in a 100ml, and I managed to get this for £45. Bearing in mind retail for this is normally around the £90 mark. And look at that. That is an absolute beauty. Absolutely love it. Love the cap with a Chanel style in it. Just love everything about it. So this, absolutely love it. From first smell, it's got like an old school chypre sort of smell to it. It did remind me a little bit of the way that Bvlgari smells, you know, by Norton and Wilson. Dan, Mr. Smelly, one of his fragrances. It's got that sort of vibe, but I know that's classified as a chypre, so I think it's more that it's in the same style. So this has got lemon, it's got oak moss, it's got vetiver, it's got some petitgrain in there, it's got some spices, some white florals, an absolutely gorgeous fragrance. I've only wore it a couple of times, and I wouldn't say the performance is absolutely great on it, but so far, the couple of times I've wore it to go to bed, and I absolutely love smelling it on my skin as I'm dropping off. It's just one of those fragrances. I'm going to be wearing it and testing it out more, so I'll come back to you on how it performs and what it's like. But I really, really like that fragrance, and I'm so happy I managed to pick it up. So I think in all, it was probably just under £300 worth of fragrance, and I picked it up for about £140. So I thought that was an absolute bargain, and he has got many, many more that I've seen that I want. And he's also said he gets pallets in from France ever so often, and he's always on the lookout. If there's something that you're after in particular, you can ask him to search for it and he'll bring it across on his next pallet. So I'm really excited about the future and getting some more of these tester bottles. Let me know in the comments below what your feelings are on tester bottles. I know the presentation isn't the best, but I mean, this one has even got the cap, which I was delighted about. But yeah, there's a couple of downsides, but I think the overriding feeling is the fact that you're paying less money for the same fragrance. And sometimes there's a lot of people that say the testers have actually got a better quality juice in there to entice people to buy it. Now the cynic in me says that maybe that's not true, but who knows the lengths that some companies will go to get you to buy their fragrance. It might be true even. So thanks for watching. If you are interested in any of these, you could get in touch with me and I could pass on his details if I feel that you're the sort of person. I wouldn't really want to just pass it on to anybody. I'd rather it's someone that I trust, but I'm more than happy to pass my details on to him. He said he would post some stuff out to people that he could trust, but he's had bad experiences in the past with posting stuff out. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all soon. Stay fragrant, not vagrant.